The very first thing that I want to mention is that cement products can stain. They can also stick to the work and be difficult to remove, especially from other cement products like our exposed aggregate front porch. So whether you're pouring concrete or laying block or stone, you've got to thoroughly protect all of the other surfaces. A mason lives and dies by the level and the string line, especially with brick and block work. The material itself is geometric, and the lines and shapes are regular and even. So setting it out square and laying it up plumb and true to the line is going to be obvious and permanent. That's why Larry checks his work often, because it is way easier to get it right than to have to tear it out and fix it.
Okay, I'll just call you. If it's like 4, I'll probably just lay it out good. 1 more day to do the header stuff. Not underneath the so I figured tomorrow.
Pre-mixed, pre-bagged mortar, in this case design mix, has become pretty standard throughout the industry. But to make this mud a little stickier and easier to use without making a big mess, Kip is adding about 40 ounces of lime to each bag. The lime is going to change the color of the mortar a little bit though, so he's paying close attention in order to keep it consistent. Speaking of consistency, the consistency of the mud, meaning how wet or dry it is critically important also, and can vary depending on the material, the project, and even the weather. This young man is Silas, and he is Larry's grandson. It's a wonderful thing that they occasionally get a chance to work together. Silas says he's going to use masonry to pay his way through college. That's a smart boy. Silas is striking the joints, which is smoothing them out and pressing them back into the joint with a striker or thumb. Striking is structurally and aesthetically important. It makes the joints smooth and finished and regular, and presses the mud into tighter contact with the block, promoting a stronger and more waterproof connection.
I still got most of my natural needs.
These caps are precast and have been stained this nice dark color before they ever came to my job. So we have to stain the mortar at the top to hopefully match color pretty close when everything dries out. Now, besides normal color variation, another challenge that arises with masonry a lot is that the material you're working with is always slightly irregular in size. And sure enough, that was the case with these caps. They look similar enough, but there was over 3/4 of an inch of size variance between these 8 cap pieces. This makes the process tricky, because just when you think you have everything perfect, you pull a string and realize that one of the caps is hanging out a 1/2 inch past where it should be. Larry has been doing this kind of work for 40 years, and he's seen just about everything over that time. So getting these caps to behave was no problem whatsoever. It feels good to get this masonry in place, because now I have a solid base to start the wooden tapered tops. That's coming up very soon. And in the meantime, thank you for watching Essential Craftsman, and keep up the good work.